The London rule, peak and end. Leo bounced on the train seat, pressing his nose against the window. Below them, the sprawling city of London stretched out, damp and exciting. "We're finally here," he whispered to his mom, Eleanor. This whole trip with Eleanor and his dad, Arthur, was a massive 7-day adventure. Day 3 wasn't quite as sparkly. It had started to drizzle, and the line for the changing of the guard at Buckingham Palace was incredibly long. "My feet hurt, Dad," Leo grumbled, leaning against Arthur's coat. The guards were cool, but they didn't move much, which felt a bit dull after an hour of waiting. Even the giant ride on the London Eye felt mostly okay, not totally amazing. It was high up, but the glass was foggy, and Eleanor kept needing to adjust the map. The middle of the trip was starting to blend into one big, slightly damp, cue-filled blur. But then came Day 5, the Tower of London. They walked into a dimly lit room, guarded by yeoman warders, and there it was, sparkling, blazing, almost unbelievable. The crown jewels. The massive Koh-i-Noor diamond and the imperial state crown shone with a history that felt bigger than the whole city. Leo forgot his tired feet, the rain, and the queues. This was the moment, the absolute peak of the trip. The next day, they visited a quiet museum. Leo liked the dinosaur bones, but his mind kept flashing back to the blinding light of the jewels. The rest of the trip felt perfectly nice, just not jewel-bright. He knew this memory would stick. Soon, it was their last evening. They had packed their bags, and all that was left was dinner before the early train home. Arthur had promised a classic, proper British fish and chips. They found a small place tucked away near the station. When the meal arrived, the chips were golden and crisp, the cod was perfectly flaky, and the mushy peas were surprisingly delicious. It was hot, comforting, and everything tasted just right. This perfect dinner was the final memory, the end. Leo put his fork down and sighed contentedly. When they were on the plane the next morning, Eleanor asked, "What was your favorite part, sweetie?" Leo didn't mention the long queue or the foggy London Eye. He said, the jewels, definitely, and that fish and chips dinner. He had experienced the peak-end rule. His brain kept the best moment, the peak, and the last moment, the end, and used those 2 points to describe the whole adventure. That's how memory works.